0809 927 5464 or 0816 609 2144.
Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky. I am lucky. You are my favorite song. I am lucky. I am lucky. Stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky. I am lucky. You are my favorite song. I am lucky. I am lucky.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And my name is Marysyntia, Hangeior, your host on the show this morning, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And the Speed Lane is where we'll talk about issues that affect our lives, our communities, and even society at large. Today is Wednesday, the 15th day of July, 2026. I hope your morning has started off well, and today we are going to be talking about something as important as well. We are starting with a popular saying. You know, there is this saying that a child carried on the back will not know how far the journey is. It simply means that when someone is protected from every difficulty, they may never understand the efforts, the sacrifice, or responsibility involved. Every parent wants to make life easier for their children. That's natural. Parents work so hard so their children can have opportunities they never had. They want them to be comfortable, happy, and successful. But sometimes in trying to make life easier, are parents making it too easy? And is it possible that it actually affects the child when everything gets carried and then they are unable to actually face consequences or do anything for themselves? Does it actually affect them? Some children hardly do any chores, because the parents are going to do it no matter what age, because it gets to an age that a child can actually start doing some of these things for themselves. But somehow some parents would not allow that to happen. Wash their own clothes or even put their own things in place. Maybe if you're thinking, well, they will not do it well, how about maybe helping to arrange them or put them in place? Others get almost everything they ask for without having to earn it or wait for it, because yes, well, mommy is always around to just put this in place, to just give it to me, whatever I ask. Even if I I destroy this particular one, right? They are going to get it again for me, and they don't actually know. That is why this saying come: a child that is carried on the back, they don't know how far the journey is. They don't know that the money is hard to get. They don't know that they can actually stand up and then do these things for themselves, because it's possible that they find themselves somewhere another day that the parents will not be around to do some of these things, So that is what we are going to be talking about today on the Speed Lane. Now, you also can call in and be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 08084 asking. That's 0808 427 5464. It's 0808 427 5464. Are parents spoiling children by doing everything for them? Think about this statement: a child carried on the back doesn't know how far the journey is. What comes to mind? So Wandoo, like I said, I'm not here alone, I'm here with Wandoo. So Wandoo, what do you think? A child carried on the back doesn't know how far the journey is. What do you think of that statement?
Well, what I think about this statement is, a child carried on the back doesn't know how far the journey is, because he's enjoying, him or her is enjoying the back. Like, he doesn't feel anything. The stress of carrying, the stress of the mother walking throughout the journey, he or she doesn't feel it. So he or she is comfortable. Like, whether you reach this particular time, it doesn't really affect or concern him or her, because he's enjoying it, and there's no effort, there's no stress. He's just on your back. So, parents doing everything for their children can come from love and desire to protect them. Yes. So when it becomes a habit, that is where it affects a child from learning important skills.
All right. So this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning, we are talking about a child carried on the back. That child that parents are doing every single thing for. Anything, they don't have to feel, and they don't even have to know where it's coming from.
Yes.
They're just there for the benefit. How does it actually affect them? Now, you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. You also can call in and let us hear from you. And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. A child carried on the back doesn't know how far the journey is.
Yes.
That is what we are talking about this morning on the Speed Lane. So you can reach out and let us hear your opinion. So Wandoo, you said that sometimes it's like from a place of love,
Yes.
talking about it earlier, not one thing my child to
Suffer,
to do anything, to not even know this kind of pain.
Yes.
And also I think that sometimes it's about maybe the things that they have passed through before. Like,
Yes.
I was doing this one for myself, and I don't want my child to
go through it.
I don't want my child to have to do this one. I used to use these needles to mend my clothes myself, and now I don't want the needles to also prick my child's hand,
Yes.
fingers, the way that it used to do to me. Now, do you think that sometimes this love or doing these things, carrying them on your back, can get too much?
Yes, it can get too much, because it gets to hurt the child later on if the parent is not available. Or, for instance, if a child has been carried on his or her back, on the parent's back for long, and he doesn't know how to cook, doesn't know how to cater for him or herself, even when he or she grows up, he will be like, if the person is not around, like if he's not with the parent, and he have to like go somewhere else or stay on his or her own.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Hangeior from North Bank, Makurdi.
All right, welcome to the show.
Yeah, you are talking about carrying children at the back
Yes.
for so long. I know the type of bag you are talking about, not the one like they carry a child of.
Yes, you get that.
It's just because the child, you want to pick up the child, you want to pamper the child.
Yes.
You don't want the child to do anything. You're cheering that you are showing love to the child.
Okay.
That is not correct now. As a parent, you should make sure that your child learns from you. And that is why you see there are many divorcing homes today.
Okay.
A girl will grow up and she doesn't know how to cook soup. And that entails the husband to go to the hotel to eat. And that creates a lot of problem. But if the parent will decide to say, okay, I love this child, this is that child, how to cook soup, You teach the child how to do something, and you teach the child how to make sure that they accommodate or clean up or do something that will help him or her in life. I think you see, at the end of it all, such a child will do the good job. But
Okay.
if you continue pampering your child that you doesn't want the child to do this, maybe nothing when they say, allow this, the child should sleep. You say, no. Let the other girl, come and clean everything you allow. One day she will marry. One day he also will go and get married. At the end of the day, if you cannot do those type of things, it doesn't mean whether you take a broom and start sweeping. It's not a bad thing for a man. It is not a bad thing for a woman. It is one way of giving yourself so that by tomorrow nobody will do something to you. There are some men today, they cannot even cook food in their houses. And that will create a lot of problem for them. Maybe any day madam don't say, you don't get time to cook, maybe she sick. You cannot cook. You will end up going to mama food.
Okay.
Which is very, very bad. And any day, maybe you decide otherwise, you will be looking somewhere. You need to do those things right from your childhood. Even if your father or your mother is saying, no, don't do this. You will say, mommy, let me do it. Some people have refused to go and even fetch water. Some people have refused to go and learn work. Then you see, some people today are finding things difficult based on the ground that they are not even trying to do something because their father is suffering them. Maybe the father is a family, the father is having work, the father is a big man, he does this, you go and collect people and come to their houses, do mega, do all these things. No! You allow your child to do something so that tomorrow it will be better. You see, this life is up and down, though. It's up and down. When you come today, it will be well. Tomorrow it will not be well. Tomorrow it will be well. Next tomorrow it will not be well. So this is how life is. You may be big man today, tomorrow you end up not becoming a big man.
All right.
Tomorrow maybe you will not be alive. So I think all parents should try to teach their children something.
All right.
If God has made you something to do, if you have made you to become a big man, you should not look at that big man to become something that you will not train your children so that they can struggle on their own. I think that is what we need to do. Carrying children at the back, pampering them cannot help them.
All right.
It will end them to commit atrocities. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Hangeior, for calling in to be part of the show this morning. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and my name is Marysyntia Hangeior. I am here with
Wandoo Tortya.
And we are talking about a child carried on the back. And just like Emeka rightly said, it's not the literal carrying and then putting on the back.
Yes.
That one too can even contribute to it,
Yes.
because I've seen big children, you know,
Yes, carried on the back.
carried on the back, right?
Yes.
And then they don't get to understand how difficult or how far the journey is.
Yes.
Now, you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. We are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makodi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Let us hear your thoughts on our topic of discussion this morning on the Speed Lane. So, Wandoo, you heard what he says and the different examples that he gave. What do you think?
Well, one of the examples he gave is when if you don't train up a child, if you pamper a child too much, and imagine if she doesn't know how to cook and she marries, then how will she take care of the home? Because the child the lady find it difficult to prepare meal for the family, even for the husband, because she was not trained in that manner. She was not trained to cook. She doesn't know how to cook because she was being pampered when she was small,
Even
or even
for
grown
herself.
up. Yes, even for herself, always going out to buy food, or the parents cooking for her. So and she find out that even she marry, even in difficult times, because at that time it's difficult for her to cook because she has not been, and she have not given the room to cook while she was with her parents. While she was with them, she wasn't doing the house chores or going to the kitchen to learn with her mom while she was cooking. So it becomes difficult for her to prepare meal for the family or for her husband when she married.
Okay.
So, and even he even talk about meal, like guys, like when you don't train them to take care of their belongings or even wash their clothes. When they grow up, they find it difficult to to do it themselves. They rather take it to the dry cleaner to do it, even to cook. Even some guys, they are not trained to cook. They are over pampered. They feel that cooking is mostly for ladies. It's not for guys. So they're not trained in that way. So while growing up, when they are matured, they cannot cook for themselves. They cannot cater for themselves. They cannot take care of themselves. Even minor little things, they cannot do it because they're too pampered.
Someone was carrying it on their back.
Yes.
Mommy is carrying the cooking on the back. She's not calling this person, come and watch how I am doing it.
Yes.
But the day that you have to step down and then work with your own feet in that part, like make the food by yourself, then what do you actually do? Or mommy is carrying this particular thing on my back. And sometimes some parents will actually be calling, you're allowing me to do these things for you, but they are not actually letting the child to do it or face the consequences. Like, you didn't wash your clothes, like go and pick up and then wash them. Like maybe some parents will call that, okay, you're not doing this, you want me to do it for you. Hello, all right, you can still call us back. Some parents will call that, you're not doing this, you want me to actually do it for you, but at the end of the day they will still go and do it. I know people like that, after quarreling they'll still go and do it for that child. So like they already know that even after saying this, after she finished shouting, after he finished shouting, he will still go and do it. And this thing happen in different situations. Sometimes it's not even just about maybe training with chores or something like that. When your child comes back with assignments, the little ones, because it starts from there, instead of maybe guiding that child maybe through that assignment and then helping them to actually this assignment is too big.
Yes.
Or I don't want them to suffer after going to stress in school. Like, I don't want the child to suffer, so let me carry it on my back instead. Let me carry this one on my back instead. And then she takes it. But at the end of the day, she cannot explain that assignment in class, because it was not the one that did it. Right.
Yes, at the end of the day, the child doesn't know how the assignment was carried out. So even if the child cannot even explain this in class, what if test is given or even exam is being set concerning that particular assignment that was given, and the child failed because the mom did it for him or her, or after doing it at least explain, and she failed to explain to the child is too tired. Mommy, I'm tired, I want to go and rest. And you fail to explain. And so when a child, when it becomes that way, when you fail to explain the assignment to the child, and a bigger assignment like a test or exam is being given and the child fails, it now boils down to go back to the parent fail to put the child through
let them walk with their own legs.
Exactly.
All right, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. You can call in and be part of the show. Tell us what you think. What we talk about, parents carrying a child on their back for way too long and the child not getting to know how far the journey is. What comes to your mind? What do you think? Are parents spoiling children too much, by doing every single thing for them, carrying them with everything, and then not letting them to actually have the experience? You have this particular business. This is what you do, and you put your children in school, or this is what you are known for. Oh, this person is a kunustella, this is what they actually specialize in. But then, my child should not get to do this part of it. I'm the person that sells this one, but then I don't want to train my child to do this one. I don't want he or she to maybe go into that. They should just grow up, and then maybe I'll keep doing that. For they don't have to know where it's coming from. That kind of situation. Like, let us hear what you have to say. And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makadi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. And still talking about some of the things where parents carry the load instead of allowing the child to actually walk on their own with their own feet, go through that part themselves. Even speaking on children's behalf in certain situations, like there are some things that is not yet enough for maybe the parents to come in and then say something, like maybe in school something happens and that child is supposed to maybe say their own part on the school. You that was not there, you don't know what is happening, you just came in and say, I know my child. You cannot do this. The day you are not there, who would actually talk for that child? He was on the back. He doesn't know what the sand feels like to actually step on, but what actually happens to that child. So you can call in and let us hear from you. Sometimes even with applications, maybe filling forms or things like this, don't worry, you are done with school, don't do anything, I would find the job for you.
Yes.
Up to that level, or you don't believe it's one though?
Yeah, I do. After school, you feel like the child. You feel like you should do it for the child. Like, let me fill the form. Let me look for it. It's my duty to secure a job for my child. So you don't need to stress. Yes, I can do it. So when you make a child, when you make everything at back and call for your child, they feel relaxed. They feel that even if I don't do it, my parents will do it. Yes, they are capable of doing it. So they feel relaxed. They feel my parents are here to do it for me, and it won't be like their responsibility. Even if you are grown up, even if the child is grown up, they feel it's my parents' responsibility to secure a job for me or to take care of me to that extent of being an adult. Yes, so it even make it difficult for the child if, okay, for instance, you are not around and the child traveled, like he or she traveled abroad, like out of the country, and he or she is supposed to face everything by themselves, like do everything literally for themselves, and it becomes difficult because they have been enjoying back ride. Yes, they've been enjoying the back ride. They've been enjoying all the comfortable things you've been doing for them, like everything at their back and core. So they find it difficult to stand on their own opinions. Some cannot even have the opinion of their own because their parent has been talking on their behalf.
Okay.
So when they face a challenge, someone to speak for them, they are not there. So it becomes difficult. At that moment, they have to now start learning what they would have learned a long time ago.
All right. So you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. It's the speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And my name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
Are parents spoiling children too much, by actually doing everything for them? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Fidel. I'm calling along Kashmir Ibrahim. I'm in the motion, actually.
All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. This topic is so germane, so very important. And of course, we are living in an era where this is the best time for you to have brought a topic like this, actually.
All right.
Because 90% of parenting now is carrying their children on their backs. And I have a typical example.
Okay.
I have in my house, I used to be very mobile. My wife works too. So the child grew with the nannies. It's a boy. And this boy was doing absolutely nothing, just like the exact thing you were saying. Everything, homework, everything is done. Unfortunately or fortunately, he now passed a military school, and he has gone to a military school, and it's a boarding house. This boy doesn't know how to administer himself. He doesn't know anything to do for himself. And I insisted that, and it's a regimented area whereby every child is trained a child is trained to hold his own way. So children are trained to be independent of themselves. And this is a child, and not just him, he is mine, I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
He can wear his clothes because he has never learned how to wash his clothes. He will wear them in a boarding house where nobody is to wash for him. He will wear them and just go and throw them away.
Okay.
Once he's too dirty that he cannot wash them. And it will reach a point where they will now organize a bathing parade, where they will pack all of them. And incidentally, they will not bath in a term of about, in a 1 month, highest they can bath maybe one or twice.
Oh. My
You cannot
God.
imagine. So what I'm saying is, actually, I'm not exaggerating, but what I'm saying is, this era we are living, this generation, the parents, we need to wake up. We need to wake up because carrying children, situations where parents will go and fight the teachers who are molding their children. There are cases where in Lagos where a lady went and fought in the school, had to wound the teacher.
Oh.
So I just want to raise my voice to what you are saying. It's so germane, so very important.
All right.
We parents should not stop carrying our children on our back.
Okay.
Let them know how far the journey is.
All right. All right.
Thank you for this good topic.
All right. Thank you so much, Fidel, for calling in to be part of the show this morning. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya.
a child carried on the back. He doesn't know how far the journey is. You also can call in and be part of the conversation. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. We heard from Fidel. Wandoo, you see that story about boarding school?
Yes.
And like I'm an example of it, not because I was that carried that much on the back, but because when you get to school, especially in a boarding house, like somehow you just know your left and right. So many of your items will just keep going missing simply because maybe it was at home, and if I drop this, I just have to go and ask, well, mommy, I'm not seeing this my particular gown, I want to wear it. Or maybe we're about to go to church tomorrow, I said I want to wear this particular thing, but I don't find it. Maybe just leave it because I know that by tomorrow somehow my mom or someone is going to find it and then keep it for me. But you see, when I went to that boarding school, the amount of things that got missing that first term, like the amount of things, like no one to actually carry those and then keep them.
Yes.
It was almost like I will not have anything to wear, by the end of that term. But then the good thing is that I got to learn, from the next term, like he kept getting, better and better and better. And somehow that was actually able to like mold, and it was something that I came home and they were even surprised, like, they can see progress. So you can call in and be part of the show, and you can also watch us live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say on 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. Now, how does it affect a child when the parents keep carrying them, on the back, and then they don't know the first one we say not knowing how far the journey is? Hello,
good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
I'm Vivian.
Okay.
Calling from Alvede.
All right. Welcome to the show, Vivian.
Yes, I so much take interest in your conversation.
All right. Let's hear your talk.
The topic you bring today makes me, in fact, it interests me this morning.
Okay.
Right now, as I speak to you, my daughter of 11 years old is cooking for me.
Okay.
I always told them that I'm only training them for tomorrow. They should not feel as if they are suffering. But maybe somebody passing by may see, maybe this child is not my own. That is why I am a pamper mother. Will look at what they are doing as if they are suffering. But I think I'm training them for better tomorrow.
Okay.
But maybe I might not be there for them, but they will be capable of doing it by themselves.
All right.
Now I will sit at home, send them to go and uproot cassava in the farm. Before you know, they will bring the cassava home. Then I'll help the peeling.
Okay.
So I think too much of pamper is not good.
All right.
At least you still have to train them.
Okay.
But you might not be there for them.
Okay. So Vivian, how does it affect children when you carry them on your back too much and then?
It affects them because if I'm not there for them to do it, they don't start now. They say charity begins at home.
Okay.
Maybe I might not be there. They may not be capable of doing all the house chores or the activities.
Okay.
Yeah, I said I wash their clothes from infants to like 7 years. I start training them. I wash it. If you don't wash it, I say still rewash it again.
Okay.
So they pick up so that if you like now, if she got married, she might be able to wash her husband's clothes and iron them.
Okay.
So I love that.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Vivian, for calling in to be part of the show. It's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning on the show, we are talking about the child carried on the back, not knowing how far the journey actually is. So you also can call in and be part of the show. It's 08084 asking. That's 0808 427 5464. Tell us how you think it actually affects a child when they are carried, on the back for that long and then not getting to know how far that journey actually is. So, Wandoo, you heard what Vivian said. Let us hear your thoughts. How you think it affects them actually. Go on.
Oh, well, let me add to what Vivian said. It reminded me about my neighbor. The way she treats her children, like the child is just 6 years, and he wakes up in the morning, sweep the compound, he changes the younger one's diaper. The child literally does almost like what an adult would do.
Okay.
And when I'm like, why will you allow a 6-year-old child boy to be doing all the responsibility? She'll be like, she wants the child to be independent,
Okay.
to take responsibility at a younger age, because when he grows up, he won't need anybody to tell him what to do.
Okay.
and how it's being done, because if he learns at this tender age when he's small, it becomes part of him, and
Okay.
he will learn to do it independently.
Okay.
So it's now the effect is when you don't allow a child to do all this, he or she cannot be independent even when he or she is alone. They feel they cannot do it, and they cannot actually do it, because you've made everything available for them. You care for them extremely. I'll say too much, because there are times in which you allow a child to do something. Yes, you teach a child, you train a child to do something, but when you do everything for them, they become reluctant. They feel it's normal for you to do everything by you. Like they feel it's not for you to do everything for them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you also can call in and be part of the show. Tell us how you think it actually affects children. When children grow up without responsibilities, how does it actually affect them? When they grow up just getting carried and not actually going through that journey by themselves, how does it actually affect them? Number for you to call is 08084 asking. That's 0808 427 5464. It's 0808 427 5464. We're also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. How does it affect children when they have been carried, that long on the back without actually letting them know what the journey is about, how far it actually is? And first things, I would like to mention something about age appropriate, like maybe at a certain stage that okay, this is what they are supposed to do.
Yes.
Like this is what they will be able to do at this point.
Yes.
Like maybe not overloading the child with okay,
Yes.
you have to learn this one because it's necessary, you have to do this. Like knowing the particular age, I think it's one thing that's also very important as well, like
Yes.
to learn, right? Like at this stage he should be able to do this and he can do this. Like it's not so much work for
Yes.
the child, and that with that you can be able to tell from the way the child is. Hello. All right, you can still call us back. You can be able to tell what the child can actually do with how they are even reacting to what they are doing. Like you are watching them, like are they able to handle this thing? It's not like you see that this thing is way too heavy and you just let it because
yes.
you are trying to like bring them up in that particular way. And something else, adding to what you said about the effects, even simple tasks could become difficult because they have never had to do them. Someone was carrying the load and then they just had to like reap whatever benefits was coming out of it. And sometimes even when it comes to money, like knowing that value of money, because they are not stepping, they are not going that lane themselves. They don't know how difficult it is maybe to bring them
money,
on.
yes.
Whatever they say, it's just given to them, no questions asked, nothing, what you want to do with it, or make sure you manage it for the rest of the term or for the rest of the semester.
And when a child doesn't know how money is made and you provide everything at their back of call, like you provide everything for them, they end up misusing it. They misuse the resources or the things you buy for them because they don't know the value of it. They don't know how it's been brought up. They don't know how you brought it, how you bought it. So when you bring everything at their back and call, it makes them feel it's available. Even if they destroy this one, you can still bring it again. But if you train them, if you tell them how you got it, like if you tell them not to destroy it, or tell them how difficult it is for you to get it, yet it's stick in their brain. They feel that if I spoil it, I won't be able to get another one because it's hard to get it.
Money is not just coming from the ground. Like,
Yes.
I actually have to go and get it somewhere. And I think, with that, sometimes even making them wait, like, okay, maybe you know how much that child loves something, but then he or she destroys it, like, because maybe they were careless with it and then it got destroyed. Like, if you're replacing it immediately, like,
Yes.
you're replacing
They
it
feel it's easy.
immediately, they feel like it's easy,
Yes.
they have not had to like walk that journey on their own, so they
Yes.
don't know. They just feel like it's a simple thing. It's not just for him to like remove the money and then give,
Yes.
and then everything it would just happen. Whatever I want is actually going to be bought. So even making them wait sometimes, I feel like that teaches
Yes.
a lesson. So you can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. It's the speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about a child carried on the back. He or she doesn't know how far the journey actually is. You can call in and share with us how you think it actually affects them. So perhaps the answer isn't to make life difficult for children, because sometimes people might say things like, well, I have the money, why won't I just give it to I have it now?
Yes.
Why did I make money if not just to give it to them?
Yes.
Like that?
And it brings entitlement to those children when you keep on giving them without them having to work for it. Even if they are grown up, they'll feel entitled to eat, like your resources. They feel it's their own. Yes, they feel you have to give them is their own. Like they don't have to work for their own. They feel entitled to your own resources, like their parents' resources. They feel is their own also, instead of them to go out and hustle or look for it, to know how painful or how stressful it is to get these resources this morning.
I think that sometimes it's not. There are some that are already made available. God blessed everyone differently.
Yes.
Like some are already available. Like let me say, for instance, a parent already has something,
money, yes.
but then sometimes that means that child doesn't have to. He or she maybe has escaped going outside to look for it.
Yes.
But how about working in that particular one? Like my parents have this particular shop.
Yes.
I'm not coming there to help them
Yeah.
to do anything, but somehow
So
every time I come, I want to come and collect this one. I want to collect. You don't know that someone is standing under the sun every
yes.
day to actually bring it.
So if the parents keep on allowing the child to come and like collect or give the child, it's at the end of the day, what if the business goes down? You not train this child, you not tell him or her that you are not supposed to only be removing, you have to replace. They have to also make the resources running in. So if the child ends up destroying, like collecting everything or taking out of it without something coming in, the business might collapse, it might go down. So it goes with even resources or like home, like money at home, like family money or family resources. If you not train a child how to run a business or how to run a company, you know that there's money. If you not train them how to grow up, take full responsibility of this company, it might collapse, it might go down drastically, just like that.
Okay, so what can parents do better? What is the way forward? What can parents do better? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That's 0808 427 5464. What can parents do better? A child carried on the back doesn't know how far the journey actually is. So what can parents do better? You can call in and let us hear what you think. We already heard some people saying things of what parents can do better,
Yes.
even from the first cause. I think there was a maker saying, okay, parents have to like let students experience some of these things, because if they don't let them experience it, and I'll keep emphasizing on age appropriate, like at this stage the child is able to do this, or say, okay, we are supposed to train our children, and then the one that has not reached to carry that heavy gallon on their head, you place it on them because they are supposed to take responsibility. Everything, there's actually something they can do at each age. So going forward, I think that that's the first one. Wandoo, what about you?
Well, I think you should allow your child to make small decisions and learn from their mistakes. If they make small decisions, allow them to take responsibility, to make choices for themselves. Don't pamper them to the extent that you make decisions for them, you tell them what to do, then they cannot even think out of the box. They cannot think on their own. They can't make decisions on their own. So you should allow them to take decisions on their own. They should learn from their mistakes, encourage them more and more, and also encourage them to complete their own tasks by themselves. What they start, they should complete. There are some children, they'll start something and they'll leave it halfway. I'm tired. My mother will come and complete it for me. So if they start something, they should finish it. They should learn to complete what they started. They don't just leave it halfway for their parents to come and complete it. Yes, they should take responsibility for that. And praise every effort. Like everything they do, like their effort, you should praise it, appreciate them, so that they'll do more. Don't just say you're not doing well and you need to do something. Just the little they do, just appreciate at their tender age what they do. Hey, you have done well, and you have to buck up.
You need to do more.
You have to do more.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Yes, they'll be encouraged to do more.
Okay, so perhaps the answer isn't for parents to suddenly become strict or stop helping their children altogether, but that guidance, the love, and still knowing when it's too much, when to allow them to do something for themselves, when to teach them how to do something and not just do it for them. I've been your host on the Speed Lane. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Wandoo Tortya.
And hope you have enjoyed your time here with us. Coming up next at 9:45 p.m. it's Speedy Classics, and at 10 a.m. after the news, King James 90s Top 10 comes up right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Keep enjoying music of your life.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.